Hi everyone, what's up, what's up, what's up? Let me know if you can hear me. I can't really see the comments. This channel is all messed up, trust me, all messed up. So if I seem off, do not be flabbergasted, do not be upset. I just don't know what's wrong with this channel. Yeah, this channel is pretty peculiar. Yeah, pretty peculiar. So who do we have in the room with me today? I'm trying to pull up your comments now so I can see who you are. So give me a moment while I try to pull up your comments. Oh, okay. Hi, Detroit. I can see you now. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let me go ahead and get started because we have a really long show ahead of us. A lot of information. I know some of you are probably at work or whatever you may be doing. So I'll try to make this less painful as possible. Let me quit. But don't forget to share, you guys. Share. Okay? Sharing is important. Sharing is important. I'm just trying to get my windows in line here. Okay. That's as good as I'm going to get it, I guess. Anyway, moving right along here, people. Okay, just want to say greetings to all my truth seekers. My name is Keisha, and I am so delighted to welcome you to the Truth Show. In this live broadcast, I will discuss the intricacies of DEI and the pernicious regulations that Trump believes he is implementing. Now, in royal news, they're still lynching Meghan Markle, not the pedo rapist Prince Andrew, which I'm still trying to wrap my head around. Why are they consistently lynching Meghan Markle? But they're not saying a shit. I mean, diddly squat about Prince Andrew, who has been proven to be a rapist and a pedo, but they're still lynching Meghan Markle. Whatever. Anyway, the discussion will also include Beyonce's iconic Grammy Awards. There's some inside details. I'm going to get your opinion in the comment section. And have you observed Taylor Swift's look? I mean, the girl was looking good in that red dress. In any case, we will also be discussing the controversy surrounding Kanye West and his presumed wife, Bianca Censori, at the awards. Ill. And Diddy, who resides in infirmary due to his knee discomfort. We'll give you inside deets about that. I'm sure some of this you probably already spoke about, but I'll probably give you information that you have not heard about. So, bear with me here, ladies and gents. Okay, and additionally, there appears to be an increase in appearance of the number 33 in recent news. And I will give you inside details on what that details and what does that mean with the future ahead, because I'm sure some of you are probably wondering, why are we getting a lot of this 33 stuff here? So I will give you inside information about that. And as usual, here are your warnings. Please note that this is all alleged. I've never met any of these people. I've deeply researched all of my information. This is a trigger warning. In this video, I may be talking about or showing sensitive material about some subjects or topics that may be disturbing or upsetting or may bring forth some troubling memories, as you read in the description or title. With that said, either end the video now or brace yourself. Aside from that, enjoy. Okay. As you all know, Trump has been laying rules down so fast as if he's racing against clock or the time. I mean, you'll find that weird that this man is implementing all these rules like he's not even giving us time to even adjust to the fact that he's even in the presidency. I mean, he just putting them out there. Rule this, changing this, rule that, changing this. It's so freaking crazy. And no one seems to be doing anything. We got a few protesters around the country, but there hasn't been a huge stand up in terms of all these protests, which is bizarre as hell. I don't know if we're stuck in, mourning mode, or we're just not. I'm honestly thinking that we just don't have the energy to fight anymore, because we have been dealing with Trump and his backlashing and his ridiculing and all the stuff that he's been giving us. We have been enduring this man for like almost 8 fucking years. And I think we're at a point right now where we are just not in the mood anymore. I think that it has come to the point where a lot of us are just tired. So the fight back in terms of what Trump is doing, that could play a huge part on why many of us have not done shit. Not even a protest like they did in civil rights. If this was civil rights times, oh my gosh, we would have been protested a long time ago. No questions asked. It would have been heavy protests. But now it's like, okay, none of us feel like doing a damn thing. And I don't know what the hell that's all about, but a lot of us we just don't feel like doing shit. We just don't want to do anything. And that is very scary for us to get to the point where we don't feel like fighting. So yeah, we definitely need to discuss that. Okay. Also, because I know many of you are wondering, we're going to talk about the immigration, the DEI, the tariffs, and we're also going to talk about Elon Musk trying to gain access to our social security numbers. I'll give you inside details about that as well. Okay, let's first start off with ICE, the immigration here. Okay. What is the reason for his hurry? We're talking about Trump here. Now, additionally, that was the logic behind Trump's decision to grant ICE agents access to the files of immigrant minors and teenagers. Now, Trump is behaving more like a trafficker recruiter than a man who opposed to trafficking, because people are saying he's trying to make our border safe. Is he really trying to do that? And he's trying to keep drugs off the street. Is he really trying to do that? Or he's trying to become the drug pusher when it comes to immigration and the border? Is he trying to be the head man for it? Is he trying to capture the ones who are currently controlling of it and get rid of them so he can be the drug pusher? You understand? At the end of the day, it's all about money and control with Trump. It's not about, I want to keep America safe. Are we forgetting what he did to the state capitol? He don't give a damn about America. He cares more about Russia and whatever. He don't give two shits about America. He made that abundantly clear. He can try to say, oh, I care about America. America is my home. He has not been showing that within his presidency and his push for presidency either. Now, when it comes to immigration, at least that's what he given the media. But he just want to be front of it so he can be the man for the drug pusher and control it from the top. And this is all alleged, of course. And also, and he wants to control, he wants to separate the kids from the parents. So he definitely trying to push to get access to minors and teenagers, mainly minors, whoever crosses the border. And we already know why he wants to do that as well. Stop seeing Trump as a decent man who wants the best for America. No, that's not what he wants. He's going to give that perception, but he really don't. He just want to be more rich and more powerful in his criminal conning way, because that's the only way he know how to do business is con and be criminal. And you guys can not believe me, but that's literally what it is. Okay, so he's acting like a trafficker recruiter, then a man who's supposed to be opposed to trafficking. However, on the basis of his background, it is not uncommon for this occurrence for him to act this way. He did, in fact, again, separate thousands of children of all ethnicities from their parents, remember? And guess what? It has been told that allegedly that some of these children may have been found. Yes, nevertheless, it was reported years later when body parts of minors were discovered in a delivery vehicle. Take a look at these videos. Oh, let me go back here. Let me read this. I'm sorry. As you can see here in this picture here, before I show you that video, It shows here officers from U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement arrested 32 undocumented immigrants who have been convicted of crimes over 2 days last week in Palm Beach County. The agency confirmed Monday, February 3rd. And then we have the 32 people who came from 10 Caribbean and Central and South American nations, including Guatemala, Haiti, and Venezuela. All face criminal but nonviolent offenses. Their crimes range from drug possession, prostitution, to driving under the influence. So the media is reporting that he's getting these people from the border who are drug traffickers, prostitutes, yada, yada, yada. Now, this is what they're pushing. You got to understand, our media has been controlled by billionaires, and all of them are pretty much for Project 2025, and they pretty much own not if all of our media stations, so they control what gets put out there. So we have to question what's get put out in the media, because it also can be controlled, because I guarantee you did not hear this information here. This is another reason why they're trying to get rid of TikTok. Now, this is a protest in Mexico or immigrants here anyway. They're protesting. Arriba México a la verga. Arriba Guatemala. Arriba toda la gente latina, canales. Mexicanos al grito de guerra. Lo defiendo.
Pero aférrate, sigue trabajando por tus sueños y lo vas a lograr. No te rajes.
Yeah, they're protesting.
Vienen cosas grandes.
These are all the Latinos. These are all the Latinos who are American who were protesting just the other day in Atlanta. Okay, so he's trying to get rid of all the Latinos, the Hispanics, whatever. He's trying to get them for whatever goofy, stupid fucking reason that is, because it doesn't make any sense. That's what he's trying to do. My guess is all he's trying to do literally is get more children, because Hispanic and Negro children and Chinese, Asian are the most requested for trafficking. And he's trying to, that's what he's trying to do. People are thinking he's caring. He's not. Trump do not fucking care. It's all about money and control with him. He's like a living, walking evil person. Satan, that's what he is. So they were protesting. They were showing people there are Americans. They do belong here. But you have ICE members, ICE agents, and you have ones that are not ICE agents, pretend to be ICE agents, literally going up to people's houses and separating the kids from their parents. They are not reporting this because, again, the billionaires control the media. So you're not going to hear about this because they literally control the media. Hi, Alicia. They literally, and Real McCoy. They're literally controlling the media. So therefore, you are not going to hear about this because, as I said before, they control what gets put out in the media. So you're not going to hear about this, unfortunately. You are not going to hear about this, okay? But you definitely hear it here. Now, remember I told you that all those kids that got separated at the border some years back during the presidency, around the presidency of Donald Trump. Remember, word on the street, this is all alleged, as I said it before, okay, with heavy research. Word on the street that Trump is trying to get ahead of the trafficking, not because he cares about children, no, because he's a primary customer in his little rich homeboys. He is trying to get ahead of it so he can be in control of the trafficking and the drug pushing when it comes to fentanyl and things of that nature. It's not because he cares about it, because he don't care, because he uses it himself, so does Elon Musk. He's trying to get to be the big handler. This is about money with him. The same thing with tariffs. It's about money. Now, that 25% increase with our goods with China, we don't know where that money is going. It's not going to America. I can almost guarantee that shit. It's going to go in his pockets. This is all about money, control with Trump. Money, control. He do not care about America. He's a con man. He's a sales guy. He's a criminal. Criminals don't have hearts like that, okay? Let's be realistic here. That's unless they were doing it for survival. That's a different story. Trump's been rich all of his life. He don't know anything about struggling at all. So why the fuck would you think he'd give two flying fucks about Americans? He don't care. So during the time of them children being separated at the border, there were leaks. Now you understand, the billionaires control the media. They literally own every media station in America. Okay? They control the media and they control what gets put out. Can't even speak. They control what gets put out there. So if they don't want the information about these children and the real reason they're separating kids from their parents at the border, and how sometimes fake ICE agents are going up to immigrant houses and snatching kids away from their parents, and they're not even real agents, and no one is there to validate their authenticity. They're not going to report this because, again, we have Elon Musk, who's a billionaire who can buy off anything, who's trying to get control of so many access to the government. This man literally paid his way to have a seat at the table. Okay? And then you have Trump appointing criminals and idiots in all powerful seats in our government. Okay? So I want you to think about that when I'm discussing this right here. So those children that were separated, a year or so later, they find a big delivery truck of children body parts. Now, this was not reported. It got leaked on TikTok, and then it kind of went viral. Yes, this is what happened to those alleged children that were, well, not alleged. These children got separated at the border. They found trucks with body parts. This is what they're doing. Okay? And this is no joke. This is not going viral because, again, Trump and the billionaires controls the media. The media is not a government, fair use, freedom of speech. No, it's controlled. Okay? That's another reason why they want to get rid of TikTok.
This video was taken shortly after this woman found a truck full of children's bodies. I mean, this is horrible. The horrifying incident took place at a gas station in Michoacan, Mexico, where the woman worked inspecting semi-trucks. But on this day, this specific truck pulled in and something seemed very off about the driver. He was very nervous, tense, and sweating profusely. The woman noticed that the truck's back door was slightly open, so she decided to take a look. She slowly opened the door and immediately burst into tears. Inside were hundreds of children's bodies piled on top of each other like food. She also saw a lot of blood on the floor, and that's when she noticed black plastic bags, and when she took a closer look, she noticed they were stuffed with severed limbs. They were filled with small arms, legs, and even heads. This video was taken shortly after, and she is seen gasping for air and can barely even stand up. And what's even more horrifying, just days after this video surfaced, this woman was found chopped up in a suitcase left in a parking lot. And next to her remains was a message saying, "This is what happens when you saw what you shouldn't have, don't..."
Exactly. And most of the races of the children that are being separated again are Hispanic, Chinese, and Negro black children, because those are the most requested. They're not looking for Caucasians, not too much. They want Negro, Hispanic, and Chinese. Okay? Trump do not care about immigration. He wants to be controlling of trafficking. And if we don't stop him, he's not going to stop, because he's trying to implement the entire policy of Project 2025 right away. He's brushing against the clock because his days are numbered. Well, at least I'm hoping his number in terms of him being in office, because so far he's losing his mind. He's just checking off boxes. Got this, got this, got this. They are really controlling Trump. Seriously. And what's really sad, I don't even think he knows he's being controlled. I think he's really in charge, but he is really being controlled. Seriously. He gets so much money delivering these kids to these sick fucks who's going to auction them out in a dark web. And the dark web can be accessed through Google, who pays YouTubers creators. So I want you guys to let that marinate for a second. Okay? Okay? Yeah. Definitely. Let that marinate for a bit. Oh, I'm not done yet. They found something else. Finding kid body parts should have gone viral, but guess what? It's not going viral because, again, they control the media.
Raided the Phoenix facility in hazmat suits as part of a multi-state investigation into the illegal trafficking. A torso with a head apparently went for $2,400. A leg about $1,100. They'd even sell knees and feet alone for under $500. And sale of human body parts. He said he found a cooler filled with male genitalia, a bucket of heads, arms, and legs, infected heads, and one of the most disturbing findings, called a morbid joke in the lawsuit, a small woman's head sewn onto a large male torso like Frankenstein and hung up on the wall with no identification tags on the bodies. Were treated with dignity and respect, a promise written on their own consent forms. The company also accused of selling body parts for profit after saying they'd only raid, and what he recounts.
A secret shielded by cardboard and silence. When the FBI raided the Biological Resource Center in East Phoenix 5 years ago, while in the fall, the company collected bodies of people who died under the gun.
The FBI.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is real. This is real. This is real. Oh yeah. How you doing, Andrew? Share, share, share. Don't forget to hit that like button. This is real. I'm telling you, Trump is... You guys think I'm kidding. I'm just conspiracy theorist. I'm not. I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I'm a realist. Okay? And you guys think Trump is doing this because he cares about America. Trump is a trafficker. He is a trafficker recruiter. He's trying to get ahead of trafficking, and he's trying to get ahead of the delivery of fentanyl so he can be the head guy, him and his cronies. He don't give two flying fucks about fentanyl because Elon Musk allegedly take that shit, and so does he. He is trying to get ahead of it so he can be in control of it. It's about money. Even though he's got like, what, maybe the end of the year before his time is up. So I don't know what he's doing this for. He's not going to be alive to enjoy all this luxury. But it's not about that. It's about power. It's about power with him. Okay? And again, like I said, officers from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement arrested. Let me go back to that page here. Here we go. Yeah, officers from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement arrested 32 undocumented immigrants, like I just said. Okay? They claim they were undocumented immigrants who have been convicted of crimes over But here's the thing. There's no proof of any of this. This could just be what they're saying. So what they're doing, don't be so immoral and they just being evil people arresting people of these particular races. It could just be what they're reporting, but not actually what they're deporting or arresting these people for. So you have to question everything now. Everything, do not take it firsthand. You definitely want to question everything because when it comes to the government now, it can definitely be deceiving. They could just be putting out positive attributes or legitimate attributes of these individuals they're arresting because of ICE so they can seem less cruel. But it's not, because I guarantee most of these people who they claim it was criminals weren't criminals, and I can almost guarantee they weren't doing anything illegitimate. They was literally just trying to make a living. But Trump has to seem like he's doing this for a reason, so he's going to give you a double-edged sword. He's going to give you smoke and mirrors. He's going to say, oh, I'm getting rid of DEI because I think people are abusing it. No, that's not what you're going to do. DEI. I can't even speak. That's not the reason you're getting rid of DEI. You're getting rid of DEI so people, like companies, can have the legitimate and legal right to hire based on personal attributes, race, or whatever biasness. You want to slightly and shadedly give them the legitimate and the legal right to do that without actually just blatantly saying it. What are we, fucking stupid? Were we born yesterday? So that's what he's doing. He think he's slick. Remember, Trump is a con man. He's a criminal. He's a rapist. He's a abuser. He's a fucking criminal. He's a terrorist. Okay? Now that we're on the subject of DI. Okay. A lot of you probably wonder, what does DEI mean for us? First of all, you all should know the meaning of DEI, which means diversity, equity, inclusion. Because I feel many of you don't know what that means, okay? DEI is something that definitely should stay in our workplace. It should be something that should be implemented. Without it, we are fucking screwed. Now, the goal of DEI initiative is indeed to ensure that everyone has a fair chance to be hired based on their abilities and qualifications without discrimination. It is not about hiring solely based on race or any other single characteristics, which is what Trump wants people to do at their own leisure. Now, we have diversity, which ensures wide range of perspectives and experiences, which can lead to a better problem-solving innovation. Okay. And then we have equity, which ensures everyone has the necessary resources and opportunities to succeed, recognizing that different people have different needs. Okay. And then you have inclusion, which ensures that everyone feels valued and can contribute their unique talent, creating a sense of belonging. Okay? That's what inclusion means. Now, these initiatives aim to create a more just to sum it up, an equitable workplace. So it creates an equitable workplace where people are judged based on their skills and potential and not just their demographics, which means they're judged by their skills, their resume, okay, what they can bring to the table in terms of their achievements, their work ethic, okay, not just their race and whatever personal issues you may have about their appearance or whatever the case may be. So DEI was giving work people that initiative and that legal right, and people who are looking for work that cushion to make sure they are hired based on their skills and not their race. Him taking it away, giving workplaces the free and clear and legal right to hire based on whatever personal attributes they feel that needs to be hired. Now, okay, the DEI can, and it was benefiting everyone by fostering a more inclusive and innovative environment. However, the elimination of DEI programs, it can have a significant impacts, and opinions on this matter can vary widely. Now, the potential negative consequences, because we should definitely talk about the potential negative consequences, the loss of diverse perspectives, as pretty much what I just said. With that DEI initiative, organizations might miss out on the wide range of perspectives that diverse teams bring, potentially affecting innovation and problem solving. Okay, so without this diverse inclusion and teamwork, it will pretty much create a narrow-minded and biased outcome when it comes to problem solving, because it's America. We're not just all Caucasian. Remember, the non-races outnumber the races. The minors, who they call the minority, which is Hispanic, Negroes, and Chinese, and Indians, because Indians, when you say blacks, Indians are primarily included in that, although they like to separate themselves, but they're pretty much included when you say blacks. They are considered black as well. We are considered the minority, but in actuality, we are the majority. We make majority of America, but they were swerving down that they are majority. No, it's just the rich people control the government. Okay. And without us, they won't have any money. So while they're trying to break down the middle class, which is literally the center foundation of the country, they will crumble from one inside out. So they will definitely crumble. The foundation will definitely be flawed and will fall apart from the inside out, because they are fucking up the middle class, which is literally the foundation of our democracy and our government and our world. People who they consider minority is the majority. The minority is the rich people, racist, biased, old-fashioned, egotistical, just stupid fucking government people trying to keep it, 50, 60 years ago. They are the minority, okay? Don't let them think that you're the minority, because you are not the minority, okay? So they get rid of DEI is a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. And work people trying to implement this in their rules, business will fucking crumble, because without the minority and without the different diversity of your workplace, your business will crumble, because you do serve diverse people. You don't serve just Caucasian people. If businesses want to be that narrow-minded, be prepared to file Chapter 7 and 11, because your business will definitely flounder. Now, increase in inequity. DEI programs often help address systematic barriers that certain groups face. Although for Negro people, no matter what rules they have, it doesn't matter to us, because we still gonna, probably get screwed over. Us and Hispanics are the most screwed over people in the fucking country. Fuck the world. Okay, I don't give a damn what videos and promotion videos that come with Japan. People saying Japan is the greatest. These people they pay to have you come over there. Nope, not believing that. Not believing that. No, it gets to my Japan people, but I heard inside track about Japan, and it's not the all honky dory. They may be good on their technology, but they have a racial issue too. They don't like a lot of Negro and Hispanic people coming down. I'm gonna be real. Now, eliminating these programs could perpetuate and exuberate existing inequities. Okay, which means eliminating this could definitely cause problems, and it would definitely cause some chaos within the workplace, because now you're hiring based on race and not skills. A Hispanic person probably do a better job than a Caucasian person, and vice versa. You hiring based on race is not hiring the best person for that job. You are being narrow-minded, which can fuck up your business. Okay. Now, and it also, this is another thing that will happen. It will decrease employee engagement. Now, an inclusive environment where all employees feel valued can lead to a higher engagement and productivity, because you get different points of view. Without DEI efforts, some employees might feel marginalized or undervalued, which means their work ethic and their work desire may decline, because they're like, it don't matter what I say, you're going to give me a bad score, you're going to treat me worse, you're going to give me less hours, you're going to fuck me over, you're going to give me all this workload, you're not going to give me a raise. Why do I fucking bother? Because that definitely happens in the workplace. Trust me. I've been there. Okay. And then there's the reputation impact. Companies who are known to be committed or not committed to DEI, okay, but those who are committed to DEI may attract top talent because they are committed to DEI and they hire diverse based on skills and not race. Okay, so they probably have the top talent and loyal customers and employees. Now, without these initiatives, they might struggle with talent acquisition and retention, because it's going to be a rumor that this company is racist. They only hire Caucasian people, and this company should not be trusted. The word fast, I mean, I'm telling you, it will go really fast. That word was definitely fast. It would definitely go around the media very fast about companies. Okay. I already hear Target numbers are down since we hear that they don't implement the DEI program anymore. So we're going to be probably hearing them found in Chapter 7 and 11 within this year. Now, ultimately, the impact of removing DEI programs will depend on how organizations continue to address issues of diversity, equity, and inclusion through other means. It's a complex issue with many factors to consider. Now, nevertheless, the absence of this policy will result in a reduction in the degree of leniency that businesses have in hiring individuals based on their qualifications and abilities rather than their skin color. So removing this can definitely cause a lot of chaos within the workplace. Him implementing this in terms of being a racist fucking prick in terms of the federal office is this way of keeping his racist Caucasian people in control of our government. If he gets the diversity out of our federal government, that would create a racially impact, narrow-minded tunnel vision to racist people who wants to run the government and turn it back and give him the clear white to make all his rules go straight to acceptance, because he already laid out his racist people in head of our government. Trump is trying to lay the tracks. This is Project 2025, which I told you guys to read, but you did not fucking read. Okay? Kamala Harris told you to read Project 2025. Everyone was giving you warnings to read this, and no one read it. I read it. It's pretty long, and that's clearly what he's doing, and he's trying to do it really fast. Dun, 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 dun. He want to get rid of all the diversity in the federal government, again, so his people can be in control of our government, so he can quickly implement all the rules of Project 2025. We'll be right back in the 50s and 60s, less than a year. That's what he's doing right now. And if we don't stop it, it's going to be done. So we need to start protesting. We need to stop this. I don't give a fuck if Kamala Harris, she's in her little mansion, living it up. I don't fucking care. We need to start doing something. Because if nothing gets done, we are going to be back in the 50s and 60s with fake ICE agents coming into your home, raping your kids, taking your kids, and fake cops, racist cops, getting free and clear of immunity to do whatever the fuck they want. Because that's what's going to happen, because that's what he wants to do. If you guys don't do something. If we don't do something. Okay? I shouldn't have to be the one to start these protests. I don't think I'm a better person anyway, because I have too many targets on my back. It needs to be someone who doesn't have a lot of targets. And I already have targets with the Carters, the Combs, and the MAGAs. You know how many threats I get from those individuals? Okay, so Moving right along here. You guys need to know what the DEI means. So I want you guys... Oh, just to let you know, yes, Alicia Keys was correct when it came to DEI. What she said on the Grammys, yes, DEI is a good thing. She was telling the truth. People in the comment section were being ignorant and stupid because they don't know what the fuck it means. But DEI is a good thing. And just to give you a clear indication of what it is, because I don't think most of you know, here is videos that will show you what it is.
Diversity asks, who is at the table? Equity responds, who is not at the table, and what barriers do they face in order to get here? Inclusion asks, has everyone's ideas been heard? And then justice responds, will their ideas be taken seriously if they are not a part of the majority? A great quote, but it still centers whiteness, because decolonization asks, who built the table? Why was it built?
Exactly. Now let's see this guy and his little interpretation of DEI as being a former human resources employee.
Getting rid of DEI initiatives from a corporate perspective is really not smart because DEI was actually created to protect companies. And I know a lot of people think that this is what DEI is, that companies are basically hiring people just to check off boxes of marginalized communities and say that they have a diverse staff. But that's not how DEI works. And I know because I worked in HR for close to 10 years where my sole responsibility was hiring people, and DEI was actually one of the metrics that I was measured on my performance on a year-to-year basis. And over the course of my career, I hired thousands of people, so that's where my knowledge comes from. So in my last video, I talked about how it's illegal to hire someone just because they belong to a marginalized community. So when you hire someone, you're only supposed to base it off of two things. The first being their qualifications, so their past job experiences or their schooling in relation to the job description. And two is supposed to be your assessment of that specific person and how successful you think that they're going to be in this position. Now, the second criteria includes things like, does the candidate have the right personality that's going to make them successful in the role? For instance, if you're trying to fill a sales position, ideally someone who's an extrovert is going to be more successful in that role than someone who's an introvert. And it also includes other criteria that are relevant to the job. Like, for instance, with that sales position example, if you're trying to fill a position that's going to be working in a territory that has a lot of Spanish-speaking businesses, then you might be helpful to have someone who speaks Spanish because they're going to be able to communicate with the customer base a lot easier. But it also includes things like the culture fit and how they're going to fit into the culture of the company and how they're going to gel with the rest of the team. And as you can see, it's a little bit of a gray area where a lot of potential discrimination can take place. And when a company commits to DEI, they're essentially just committing to the fact that during that second criteria part of assessing candidates, that they're not going to be discriminatory. Let me give you some real life examples of how DEI works. For instance, I sat in on this panel interview where it was me, another HR representative, like the actual representative that you go to when you have problems at work, and the hiring manager, so the person that the person will actually be reporting into when they get hired. And after interviewing a bunch of candidates, I started to notice that the HR representative was asking every single candidate what they did on Sundays, and then I noticed that they were writing down notes on their resumes. So after like the 7th interview, I asked the HR representative, hey, are you just asking them what they're doing on Sundays for conversational purposes, or is there an actual motive behind it? And the HR representative responded to me by stating that they were asking candidates what they were doing on Sunday because they didn't want anyone who was religious. And when I asked them what their reasoning was, they stated that they didn't want anyone who was religious because then that meant that they had prior commitments and they wanted people who were going to be gung-ho for our company. And I had to tell this HR rep that they couldn't do that because, one, not only was it discriminatory and they were opening up the company to discrimination lawsuits, not to mention I told them that their whole psychological assessment for which they were not qualified for could be wrong in the first place because having someone who's very religious could be a sign that they are good at and have a pattern of behavior of committing to something and showing up for it regularly. And if one of the candidates found out that we were asking candidates that question as a qualifier, we would have opened up the company to so many class action lawsuits. And part of the reason why DEI was one of my metrics for my performance every year was because I had to educate myself every year on the changing laws of discrimination and diversity so that I could protect the company from making sure that we weren't practicing discriminatory hiring practices and open ourselves up for lawsuits. And I've had to have similar conversations with hiring managers and other people within the organization about veterans, women, and many many other groups. Yes, DEI occurs outside of hiring as well. For instance, DEI initiatives is the reason why women got breastfeeding rooms inside of the offices and everyone got phone rooms so that people felt comfortable knowing that they can take personal time and personal calls at work without fearing retaliation. But from a hiring perspective, DEI is put into place to help protect companies from discrimination lawsuits. And yes, HR is there to help employees, help them grow, and help them with any issues that they have while working. And while companies will tell you that HR is there as a resource for employees, HR professionals know that one of the biggest responsibilities of all HR professionals is to protect the company that they work for from employment law and compliance issues. And the reason why you go to HR representatives when you have an issue first is because their job is to try to talk you down from suing the company. That includes during hiring. And when a company says that they have DEI initiatives, it's a lot harder for someone who claims racial discrimination to state that they're being racially discriminated, because the company can easily come and say, but look, we committed to DEI and look at all these DEI things that we're doing, which is why it is absolutely unintelligent for a company to drop and get rid of their DEI initiatives, because it leaves them vulnerable to discrimination lawsuits. So yes, DEI, just like the HR department, has benefits for the employee, but they're actually there to help protect the company.
Told you. So if you're reading in the comment section and people are saying, oh my gosh, DEI is a bad thing, it's a terrible thing, it's something we shouldn't do, you know, and people in the comment section would do that because they're ignorant. You can't believe what people say in the comment section. They're like sheep. They just follow the leader. It's always one in the comment section who's disagreeing. Research before you comment. DEI needs to stay implemented to protect our rights to not be hired based on our race, only by our skills, our talents, and what we can bring to this company. DEI protects that. Without the DEI, businesses have free and clear to be racist. Just to make it blunt. They have free and clear to be racist as fuck. Okay? Now, let's move on here. It seems, the $1 billion U.S. arms sale to Israel amidst ceasefire talks. This is what Trump is doing. He don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's just following someone else, Project 2025, little booklet plan that's been pretty much in the works since 2016, I believe. He just following on the book. He don't know what the fuck he doing. He don't even care. He don't care about anything. He doesn't care. He's just following what the hell they're telling him to do. So the Trump administration has requested that Congress approve a new arms sale to Israel valued at approximately $1 billion. Is that money going to the U.S.? Nope. It's going to his pocket and his homeboys' pockets. Okay. The package include, he's selling our firearms. This is crazy. The package includes 4,500 BLU, 10 bombs. I'm not sure what that means. Don't give me the line. Okay. I'm assuming 4,500 BLU, 1, and then 10 bombs, 200 MK 83 bombs, Caterpillar D9 armored bulldozers. This move coincides with ongoing efforts to maintain a ceasefire in Gaza, highlighting the complex relationship between military support and peace negotiations. That's not what he's doing this. Trump don't know what the fuck's going on in Israel. He don't even know why our relationship with Israel is what it is, because he don't know shit about history. He don't know why we comply with Israel. Yeah, we don't want to, but who in the fuck want to get into a fight with Israel? Okay? Their armed forces is just as powerful as ours. Even though Israel, that particular country, whatever you want to call it, didn't get into tact until the 1940s by, I think, the Rockefeller, Rothschild or something like that. So trust me when I tell you, Trump is not doing this because he cares about our country. He's doing this for money. I guarantee all this money is not going to our country. It's definitely going to go to him and whoever he has to pay off. I'm telling you, once he leaves the White House, he's going to leave the White House richer. And Elon Musk wants to be powerful. He's already a billionaire, and now he wants to be even more powerful. With that said, Trump increased tariffs. Now, you all may have heard President Trump impose tariffs on imports from several countries, including Canada, Mexico, and China. These are the 3 key demographic points of our freaking country that we get most of our product from gasoline to food to whatever. Medicine. Canada, Mexico, and China. He's trying to fuck up our allies by acting like a bully. Now he's trying to increase the import from China. Again, it's not about money in the country. He's doing this because he want to line his pockets. And in Canada, are you fucking nuts? Most of our oil comes from Canada. Mexico? Why would you want to fuck with Mexico? I mean, you guys need to understand this is ridiculous. Pay attention to this. I'm going to break it down for you. Now the tariff rates. Trump imposed a 25% increase tariff on imports from Canada and Mexico, and a 10% tariff on imports from China. Energy imports from Canada, such as oil and natural gas, were taxed at about 10%. He wants to increase that because he wants to increase it by 25%. Remember I told you we get most of our oil and gas from Canada. Okay? He trying to fuck up our great relationship with Canada. Remember, Canada came over and helped us with the Los Angeles fire. We had a beautiful relationship with Canada. We had a beautiful relationship with China. We had a beautiful relationship with Mexico. Everything was all good. We want to fuck up our allies. He's trying to fuck it up by being a bully. He want to just be controlled. He don't know what allies mean. He don't know what good partnership. He want to be a bully. That's what he's going to do. He's going to fuck up our partnership. And again, he want to get rid of NATO too. NATO secures our security enforcement just in case of wars. So we can have backup. Without NATO and all of our backup and connection with the other countries, we are left vulnerable. Our security is left vulnerable. Because again, he's a bully and he's a fucking idiot. Whoever wrote Project 2025 was not in favor of America. They were in favor of breaking down America from the inside out. They had an agenda. And they needed a person to implement it and carry it out. And they got that in dumbass Trump. And that is a fact. So, let me break it down. We have the tariff rates that he wants to increase 25%. It was already taxed at 10%. They were cool with that 10%. We work with that. Cool, not too much. He want to double that and add an extra 5%. You think China's going to sit back and allow that shit? No, they're not. Nope, they're not doing that. Now, the tariffs were primarily aimed in addressing issues related to illegal immigration and drug trafficking, particularly the flow of fentanyl into the U.S. But, you know, this is Trump talking. Now, Trump framed these tariffs as a way to pressure these countries to take stronger actions against these problems. First of all, he don't even know where the trafficking from fentanyl coming from. So for him to be accusing China and Canada and Mexico of this stuff is kind of hilarious. You know what? He needs to really get... It's not about fentanyl. He's putting fentanyl in the middle of it so he can have a reason to be greedy and a bully. It has nothing to do with fentanyl. He's doing this to be greedy. The 25% increase is him getting 25% and he going to pretty much in turn put that in his pocket. It's not going to go to America. It's not going to go to our deficit. It's not going to go to our alleged tax debt or whatever. It's not going to any of that shit. It's going to go straight to his pockets. And whoever else is in line with this, whoever was in line with this Project 2025, I guarantee you, he's going to make sure all of the ass is paid. Guarantee you. This is embezzlement. So, and then we have the economic impact with these fucking tariffs. Now, while Trump argued that the tariffs will be it will protect American jobs and reduce the trade deficit, many economists, warrant that it could lead to higher prices for consumers and disrupt supply chains, which means they can say, if you're going to charge us as much, we don't want to sell our goods to you anymore. Poverty increases. Businesses stop making money because they don't have the product anymore. It can have a domino effect. Now, tariffs, again, could affect a wide range of goods, including oil, lumber, produce, clothing, plastic, textiles, and computer chips, which means it can have a domino effect. Because it would definitely be like a repeat of the Depression again. It can cause our country to go bankrupt. But again, Trump is an idiot. He thinks Project 2025 is a good thing. No, whoever wrote Project 2025 was putting together a plan to break down and fuck up America's government. It was there to destroy America. It's not to help America. It's to fuck them up from the inside out, as I stated before. Now, negotiations. Trump temporarily paused the tariffs on Canada and Mexico for 30 days after both countries agreed to boost border security and combat drug trafficking. Again, I'm sure there is some trafficking. I'm not going to even lie about that. I'm not going to even say our border control is good. I don't know what's going on. We only know what they say on TV, and you can't believe that shit. Okay, remember, he's using these criminal attributes to cover up what he's really doing. Okay? He said, I'm doing this because too much drugs. Why the fuck would he care about drugs? Him and his homeboys do drugs. They drug kids. They're criminals. He don't give a fuck about drugs, man. He don't fuck about the border either. It's about money. He's sick. He's a criminal. Remember, he's a rapist and a pedo. He give two shits about drugs or immigrants. He married to immigrants. Come on now. The hell? Seriously? And if you want to get really realistic here, DEI, okay, if he invented DEI, then we can go ahead and since he getting rid of DEI. Okay, then. This also affects you too. Remember, we can just judge someone, hire someone based on our personal feelings of them now. We don't fucking like you. So therefore, let's go ahead and impeach you because this is the rule that you're implementing right now. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and keep that real. It affects you too. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and get rid of Trump because he said DEI is no longer... Okay, then good, cool. We're going to get rid of you because you got rid of DEI, so now we can get rid of you based on the fact that we don't like you. Because that's literally what you're giving free and clear these fucking businesses. Now, however, as I said, the long-term impact of these tariffs remains uncertain. Now, just in case many of you didn't get this, because I'm assuming you did not, here's a video of someone further explaining it further. I don't know if any of you remember the history of with presidents and the tariff increasing. It always ends badly. Okay, and China's already pushing back. They've increased their goods too. Remember, China don't fucking play. You do not want to fuck with China. They have one of the strongest fucking military security team in the world. We do not want to make them our freaking enemy. He needs to back the hell off of China. We had great relationship with China. They were cool. We were cool. Everything was great, beautiful. Great relationship with China. He's fucking up our relationship with the most deadliest people. And he haven't even been in the White House good 2 months yet. Fuck, he hasn't been in the White House a good 30 days yet. And he's already fucking up shit. He has to go. And if we don't do anything, it's going to get worse because he's racing against the clock. He's racing against the clock. He's making sure all of this is done because he know his days are freaking numbered. He think Project 2025 is a good thing. No, they wrote it, and I can't say this enough. They wrote it to fuck up America. It was an agenda to screw up America from inside out. They need to find the author of Project 2025 because I keep hearing different stories. And they need to check his background. I guarantee they're not from this country. They are not from this country. Thank you, Indra. They're not from this country. Oh, I'm not done yet. Elon Musk. We're going to talk about Elon Musk in a minute, but I want you guys to listen to these videos so you can know what these tariffs is, and I'm going to give you a back history lesson of what it had did to our country in the past. Here's my girl breaking it down for the dummies.
Those 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada are off, at least for now. But the 10% additional tariff on Chinese goods is still on, and that fallout may still impact your wallet. So first, what's happening?
Told you.
President Trump made a short-term deal with both Mexico and Canada today, just hours before those huge tariffs were set to take effect. But before these deals were announced this morning, when the threats of retaliatory tariffs from both Canada and Mexico on all kinds of American goods were still on the line, the U.S. stock market tanked. At one point, it was down more than 600 points. Obviously, traders hate this tariff plan, and even the conservative Wall Street Journal called it the dumbest trade war in history. Now, we know President Trump watches the market very carefully, and whether that market nosedive had anything to do with him sort of backing off that tariff threat and wanting to quickly make these deals with Canada and Mexico, we just don't know. But here's what we do know about the deal that was just struck with Canada and the deal that was struck with Mexico earlier this morning. With both of these deals, you have to understand the tariff threat is not gone. It's just postponed 30 days. And according to Canada's Prime Minister, their $1.3 billion border plan to reinforce the U.S.-Canadian border with technology and equipment and personnel to stop the flow of fentanyl with 10,000 frontline personnel will continue. Canada has also agreed to appoint a fentanyl czar and launch a Canada-U.S. joint strike force to combat organized crime, fentanyl, and money laundering. Canada will also back a new $200 million intelligence directive to target organized crime and fentanyl within Canada. President Trump today said he wanted something else from Canada.
What I'd like to see, Canada become our 51st state. We give them protection. We don't need them for the cars. We don't need them for lumber. We don't need them for anything. We don't need them for energy. We have more energy than they do. We don't need them for energy. As a state, it's different. As a state, it's much different. And there are no tariffs. So I'd love to see that.
Obviously, he did not get that concession from Canada today, but the Canadian Prime Minister did say that the U.S. and Canada will continue to work together on border issues over these next 30 days to avoid this tariff war from sparking up again. As for Mexico, President Trump had a conversation with Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum this morning to pause the 25% tariffs for 1 month.
We had a great talk with Mexico, and we had President Sheinbaum is a woman. I like her very much. We've had good relationships, but we have to stop fentanyl from coming in, whether I like somebody or not, and we have to stop the illegal aliens. And they've agreed to put in 10,000 soldiers permanently, like forever, 10,000 soldiers at their side of the border and stop fentanyl and illegal aliens from coming into our country. They have a big incentive to do. Other than that, we've agreed to talk and consider various other things. We haven't agreed on tariffs yet, and maybe we will, maybe we won't.
And what he left out of that was the United States also conceded something in this deal with Mexico. According to President Sheinbaum, the two reached a series of agreements, and she said the United States is also committed to working to prevent the trafficking of high-powered weapons to Mexico. Now, during his press conference in the Oval Office, President Trump said he and President Sheinbaum and delegations from both the U.S. and Mexico will continue to negotiate issues along the border for these next 30 days to keep these tariffs at bay. Now, while the tariffs on Mexico and Canada have been paused, the additional 10% tariff on Chinese goods is still on, at least for right now. It will take effect at midnight Eastern tonight. That tariff will obviously impact your wallet if you are buying any kind of product from any American company that imports that product originally from China. That could be all kinds of things. Electronics, iPhones, clothing, toys, laptops, you name it. Now, you're probably wondering why President Trump did this in the first place. Well, he said today because that tariff threat strategy worked so well with Colombia a few weeks ago, he wanted to use it with Mexico, Canada, and China. And he said today that the European Union is next.
With Colombia, it was going to be a disaster. In 1 hour, everything was settled. You know why? Tariffs. Tariffs. Without tariffs, they wouldn't have been the same way. They would not have treated me the way they treated me, which was extremely nicely. And I don't want to use countries. I don't want to use names, but tariffs are very powerful, both economically and in getting everything else you want. Tariffs for us, nobody can compete with us because we're the pot of gold.
I don't think he has any idea what the hell he's talking about. I think Trump is seriously lost. I don't think he knows what he's talking about. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's an idiot. I know he's really crazy. That's what I'm saying, Andrew. He's crazy. I don't think he knows what the fuck he's talking about. Seriously? I never seen the president in my entire freaking life obsessed with the fucking border. You talk about immigration, dude. You married immigrants. You are obsessed with immigration. It's ridiculous. I don't think, like I said, it has nothing, I don't think anymore. It has nothing to do with the immigration. He is not concerned about the immigration. He is concerned about trafficking because he wants to get ahead of it. He don't give a shit about immigration. He don't even like American women. He likes immigrants. He don't make any sense at all. What he's saying does not make sense. He don't even know what the hell he's talking about. I think he's just speaking out of side of his neck. Now here's the history. Just like you said, Andrew, it will lead us into the age of depression. The time of depression. He's going to put us back in depression. And war is gonna be a war with Canada because he's trying to take over Canada. And he got soldiers ready to go in and force freaking Greenland to give up their fucking country. He's acting like a bully and a dictator. He acting like Hitler. He needs to be impeached. He needs to go.
The Great Depression, which lasted from 1929 to 1940, was fueled by a complex array of factors that collectively triggered a worldwide economic collapse. One of the primary causes was the stock market crash of October 1929, when investor panic led to a massive sell-off, wiping out billions in wealth. This event shattered consumer confidence and severely restricted spending. Additionally, overproduction in agriculture and manufacturing created surplus goods that could not be sold, which further drove prices down. Coupled with this was the ill-timed implementation of tariffs, like the Smoot-Hawley tariff of 1930, which stifled international trade by raising import duties, leading to retaliatory measures from other nations. Banks failed en masse, often due to poor financial practices and lack of regulation, erasing savings for countless individuals. The dust storms of the Dust Bowl during the 1930s exacerbated the economic situation, displacing farming families and reducing agricultural output. All these elements combined created a vicious cycle of unemployment, reduced consumer spending, and business failures, plunging economies into a prolonged crisis. Understanding these causes sheds light on how economic policies and practices shape the world we live in today.
Exactly. So what he's pretty much saying is that him messing with our economic and our goods and productivity prices, the way he's doing, being greedy, saying we don't want it. He's acting like the people we are in partner with are leeches. As if they're children, we need to cut them loose. The fuck you're talking? Why your kids are leeches? None of your kids really got jobs. They're leeching off your name or whatever they can milk from it. You a fucking leech. You were born to be a leech and a trifling son of a bitch. You lived off your father's goods. He bailed you out several fucking times. So how the hell can you talk about our allies, who are working allies, by the way, who we both benefit from each other? How can you talk about them and you are the fucking leech? You are the freeloader. The fuck he's talking about? He needs to go. Oh, I'm not done yet. Because your boy Elon Musk, being a billionaire, isn't enough for the investor. And let me just notate right here. Elon Musk is not a technical genius. He did not go to school for coding or computer science. Or he went to school, I believe, for art history or some crap like that. I don't remember. But it has nothing to do with computers. He's not a Mark Zuckerberg. He did not make his first app from coding. He is an investor. Elon Musk is an investor in some space science junkie. Not science, because he don't know a lot about science either. He's just a space junkie. That's all he is. An investor and a space junkie. Let me just notate that right quick. Then you have Elon Musk. He wants to have access to our security numbers, our social security numbers. Okay? Of course, social security numbers is a part of his involvement with the Department of Government Efficiency, which is DOGE, which was granted control over the U.S. Treasury. He was granted control of our U.S. Treasury. Why the fuck would you put this man who has no government experience? He's just a billionaire who invested in things that made him a billionaire. He has no training at all. He never ascended a country. He never ran a country. He just ran businesses, kinda. Now, this system disperses trillions of dollars each year, including Social Security checks and federal salaries. And he wants to have access to our Social Security numbers. Now, the decision to grant Musk access has raised concerns among lawmakers and consumer advocates about the potential risk to personal and financial information. Now, critics worry this access, for him to have access to this information, could lead to misuse of sensitive data and disruption of payments to millions of Americans. Because he's a greedy, conniving criminal. Remember, he rigged the election. You understand, this is very bad. We need to get Musk and Trump out of the White House, out of our government, before they raise more hell. Musk having access to our Social Security numbers and our money and our government like that could give the richest man, who is an immigrant, by the way, whose papers are not in line, who rigged the election, unlimited power. He will have the mobility to literally blackmail people. He will have the mobility to fuck them over because he will have access to their social security numbers. That includes the rich and the powerful in Hollywood. That's giving this man unlimited power. And if we stand back and allow him to have this access to power, it will be unbearable and hard to stop him. Okay? I think you guys need to remember that. Okay? He wants to access, he's not trying to figure out ways for our citizens to get more social security benefits. He wants access to their benefits. He wants access to the money. It's always about money. This is why he invested in Trump. He didn't invest in Trump because he thought Trump was nice. He invested in Trump because Trump is an idiot. And he know he can fuck Trump over. Look what he did. He got appointed to one of the most powerful positions in our government to have access with our government money. He's literally controlled of our government money. He can have access to our social security numbers. That includes the rich and the famous. To blackmail, embezzle, and do whatever the fuck you want. He did this by rigging the election, buddying up to Trump, and now he has a seat on the government with no proper training at all, and his freaking immigration papers are not even intact. It's been told they have been forged and falsified. He's not even a legitimate government citizen. So by ICE standards alone, he should be deported. But considering Trump is appointing him to one of our government seats, he's protected now. And now he will have access to our social security numbers to do illegitimate and illegal things. So if you want to be president, just be rich. You don't even have to go to school. You can be a convicted fucking serial rapist and a killer. Who gives a damn? Just be rich and popular and get someone like Elon Musk, get his cyber geeks to rig the election. You be a president just like that. And guess what? The Democrats won't do shit. They'll sit back and be cordial. How can you be cordial when you mess with American people? How can you be cordial when our soldiers are going to have to be forced to fight to get Greenland? And now we're going to have to conquer up soldiers to fight against Canada now. And you're going to piss off China. So then we're going to have to fight China now. How can you be still cordial to shit like this? It's time. Stop being cordial. Not when it comes to American lives. So they sitting back trying to be cordial and trying to be nice. Fuck being nice. We weren't nice how we got this far. You think civil rights people were nice? Yeah, they followed the rules. But we protested. We talked back. Being nice is not working anymore. Now, if the Harrises and all the rest of people want to sit back and say, let American people deal with that, and I just sit back and I come up there when it's at the brink of whatever, then I come up there and say my little speech, but I'm done. Okay, you go ahead and do that. Cool. But you're not going to take credit for what we started, though. We're not going to put you on the bill just because you coming in late. You decided to take a break. I understand you did a lot while you was in the White House. You sure did. Absolutely. Absolutely. You did. But you have a seat in the government to do more justice than us. I'm just going to put that out there. We're just citizens. We don't have a lot of power. Yeah, we have power in numbers, but you actually are in the government. We'll help you out, but someone's going to have to take the first initiative. We'll back you up, but you have to take the first step. But judging from what they've been doing so far, they are not going to do a fucking thing. They're going to sit back and allow America to be crumbled within the inside out. Elon Musk is going to have access to our social security. He's going to become unlimited. He's going to become so powerful, it's going to be freaking ridiculous. Trump is embezzling from the government by including extra tariffs and any other money he can get off from the top and put in his own personal bank account overseas. Yeah, he want to get also in charge of trafficking and the deportation of freaking fentanyl, not because he care about drugs, because he wants to be the pusher and the lead pusher of the fucking drugs. Yes, it has nothing to do with him cleaning up the border. I never seen the president in my entire life obsessed with the border like he is. And it's not because of people crossing the border, it's because what and who is crossing the border and who he's in bed with. Research that shit. Okay? Because right now, he's getting ahead of it. And y'all think he's doing it because he care about America. He's doing it because he's a criminal. Now, let's move on to something that has nothing to do with government, because we spent already over an hour talking about this shit. let's talk about something a little bit less, chaotic. Okay, it seems there was a full new age of Aquarius with the MEGARRY. MEGARRY is what I pretty much combined Meghan and Harry's name. I call them MEGARRY. So it was definitely a girls' night inside Meghan Markle's friendship with Kerry Washington at her birthday the other day. At her birthday celebration, Kerry Washington had a birthday celebration, I believe the 2nd or something like that. She had her birthday, and she invited Kerry Washington. She invited, I'm going to say Kerry Washington, goodness. She invited Meghan Markle, Jessica Alba. I mean, it was a full-fledged new age party. I don't even think she even noticed, because I don't think she follows these things or the new age or whatever. I'm not sure. I don't know her like that. But it was literally a new age of Aquarius, which is the opposite zodiac sign of Leo. Meghan Markle and other zodiac sign Scorpio Jessica Alba was also at this party. And of course, my zodiac sister Kerry Washington birthday party. It was full effect. I mean, it's like they were coming together without knowing they were coming together. It was like a new age party. It was cool. It seems that, let me go ahead and play this. It seems that Meghan Markle helped Kerry Washington celebrate her birthday with a girls' night in, inspiring a look back at their years-long friendship. Now, Washington turned 48. She turned 40 on January 31st. Now, the Duchess of Sussex attended a spiritual themed bash that Jessica Alba posted a video on TikTok on the same day. So Jessica Alba posted that video of her, bringing cupcakes with candles in it. Play it again. Okay, she posted this video on TikTok. Meghan, who was 43, was spotted sitting next to Kerry Washington at the long table as Alba, as you saw, brought in the cupcakes. Did you see there? Okay. And that was Meghan Markle right there. Okay. And she brought in the plates of donuts, lit up with the candles, and she briefly appeared in other shots of the party where guests participated in activities like meditation and journaling. That's Kerry Washington and Meghan Markle at in the event, that charity event that she went to. So that was them. They were sitting at the same table as Tyler Perry. Now, I gotta admit, this is one hell of a party. I wouldn't mind going to a party where there's meditation, journaling, and of course it has to be some dancing. I mean, we want just meditation and journaling. I mean, that's boring. So it has to be some dancing or something. I mean, come on now. But it looked like it was a pretty nice party. And her and Kerry Washington goes way back. I mean, Aquarius and a Leo is a combination you do not want to fuck with. Whether they are friends or significant others, a married couple, that is a partnership that is dynamic. They are literally the balances of one another. That is a duo and a connection that is crazy in a good way. So if you are Aquarius, getting with a Leo is beautiful. Having friends that are Leos are a great balance to each other. So you have a Leo and an Aquarius being friends, that is perfect. And you throw a Scorpio in there, even better. Like Jessica Alba, even better. Let me quit. Let me quit. Anyway, Kerry also posted happy birthday to this is what she bragged about her birthday. She's like, happy born day to my girl Kate Washington. The Honest Company founder wrote in her part online fest emoji, there's nothing like a fill your cup type of girls night. This is her. Washington also shouted out a cause close to Meghan's heart in her Instagram post with photos from the celebration with friends, and she said that her birthday wish was for followers to consider donating to the Aldina Teen Girls Fire Rescue. There were scandals surrounding Prince Harry being called. That's another story. But look, remember, Aquarius is like known for the humanitarian work, their charity work. You can always see a lot of Aquarius giving to causes, starting causes like Oprah Winfrey. She started that college or school overseas for African children in Africa, because they didn't have a lot of colleges or things overseas at that time. So she started her own school for girls down there. And of course, it was a great success. So you had the media twisting it, calling it some trafficking ring, and it was not true. She are still friends with those girls. She posts plenty of videos of having family dinners. And she called them her daughters, her girls, whatever. Family dinners and all kinds of stuff with those girls. They grown now, but yeah, people just don't know that they're the same girls that she, started to school for. So I think people need to do more research before they start calling Oprah a trafficker and whatever, because that's not true. That is definitely not true. That is the media trying to taint her image. The same thing they did to Michael Jackson and they did to Bill Cosby. You can't believe what they say about iconic Negro black leaders like Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jackson, and Bill Cosby, because they are too powerful and they do anything to taint their image. But they're not talking about the Harvey Weinsteins, Jeffrey Epsteins, or Prince Andrews and Elon Musk and all the rest of the criminals, Donald Trump even. They're not talking about them, but they love talking about other people who've done a lot of positive things for the world. So you definitely want to question the media motives behind the castration and the lynching of iconic leaders such as them. Okay? So, again, Aquarius is definitely known for humanitarian work. Washington also shouted out her cause. Yes, he also shouted out several other causes as well. Now, she don't need the money. Of course, she was going to donate any birthday, whatever, to her cause. I would have done the same thing if I had money like her. I don't need the money. Why? Just donate it to a cause. One of my charities. I don't want the money. So there it is. So, however, there were scandals surrounding Prince Harry. They were calling Prince Harry bored. They said he looked bored. He looked miserable. He looked like he's about to jump over a bridge. Yada, yada, dot, dot, dot. First of all, and they blame Meghan Markle for this. Sorry about that. They blame Meghan Markle for this. I'm sorry. Harry is very happy and his friends still visit him. So they need to shut the fuck up. Harry go surfing. He goes swimming. He having so much fun and freedom. Trust me, he is not bored. He has friends and they do come visit him. And he also have friends in America. So shut up. They don't know what they're talking about. And why they always... I don't understand this. They say that Meghan and Harry are irrelevant, but they consistently talking about them. I thought they were just not important and just a disgrace. But you guys keep talking about them. Don't you have the separation and chaoticness going in the royal family with Kate Middleton and her fake cancer diagnosis, and Prince William looking like he's losing his fucking mind, and Prince Andrew who's getting away with legitimate rape, okay? Because he knows where the bodies are buried, King Charles. That's why King Charles can't do anything, because he knows that his brother know who really his brother King Charles is. And he would tell every fucking thing if King Charles do anything to ruin that. I guarantee that shit. He know what King Charles did back in the day with boys and all kinds of shit. He's like, I'm telling you. King Charles is not going to do too much about his brother, Prince Andrew. He's just going to ignore the whole situation, because those are waters he do not want to fuck with. So Prince Andrew is going to continuously get away with most of the shit he's been getting away with his entire freaking life. He's the most privileged man in the UK who gets away with everything. He makes Trump look like an amateur. Literally. I'm just saying. Just saying. He's a spoiled, ungrateful little brat who gets away literally with every fucking thing. Literally. So they should be lynching Prince Andrew and stay out the freaking backs of Meghan and Harry. Get lives, you bitter people. Now moving right along here. We're going to move on to celeb gossip here. Okay? We're going to talk about... Let me go back here. It seems that Beyonce won a Grammy for her country record Cowboy Carter album. She had a great night. I mean, it was a really interesting album. I mean, it had some hits on there. It wasn't my greatest album, but, I commemorate the fact that she broke the mold by coming out with an album. So... congratulations to her. It's not one of my best albums from her. I'm going to be real with you. But it had a few songs in there. Yeah. I was staying corrected of her last album, the Renaissance album. That was pretty nice. I liked it. It had a lot of nice songs in that one. Yeah. At first I didn't like it because it was a different change of pace from what I was used to having from her. But it grew on me. It definitely grew on me. It definitely did. Now, this Cowboy Carter album, I'm still trying to adjust to. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, But anyway, the historic event made history as the first black woman to win a Grammy for a country record. It was also the first time in 33 years that black or African American artists won Grammys in all three major categories, like Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Album of the Year. And it's Black History Month. Is that inconvenient? Or are they just trying to honor Black History Month? Now, something crazy is with the number 33, if you haven't noticed. It has been playing a big role lately. I know this sounds crazy, but you gotta understand, remember, this is a fight. We are currently in a fight between ages Pisces and Aquarius that is currently parallel with each other. Also known as an eclipse, which means they're both overlapping at the moment. So you're going to see a lot of, back and forth, which I said in my preview live. You're going to see the Pisces era, which is a Pisces, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Gemini era, saying, praise me, me, I'm the God, praise me, because, Pisces is about idolatry, spirituality and imagination and whatever. So it's like, praise me, me, pray, me, I'm the gods, I'm the goddesses, praise me, me. And you have the Aquarius, no. You need to look outside the box, get a deeper insight, be more open, innovative, and wake the fuck up, basically. So you have both of these ages literally fighting for their final spotlight, so to speak. Aquarius not really into the spotlight, but, it will follow it. The spotlight will follow them in a weird, narcissistic kind of way. So you're going to definitely have a lot of battles, be clashes, and a limelight with these eras. Okay, these new ages right here. Especially with the Trump being Gemini. He desperately trying to hold on to a new age, him and his boy Musk. You're going to have definitely a battle between the ages here. Okay? Definitely. Think about it here. You have Trevor Noah, who is a Pisces. You have Beyonce, who is a Virgo. You have Kendrick Lamar, who is a Gemini. And you have Taylor Swift, who is a Sagittarius. They literally was having the battle of the ages at the fucking Grammys. It was crazy. It was insane. I was like, what the hell is going on here? All these four people were getting praised. She got country album, which she was shocked herself. I honestly don't think that was acting. People say it was acting. I don't think it was acting. I think she was shocked. I don't think she really meant to win that because she heard the ratings from her album. She's not stupid. She knew it was crazy. She was doing it for historical value to bring up a point that country music was invented by Negro black people. And she was just bringing it to the forefront. She was bringing, okay, this was invented by my people. And it's time to, get that back out there. We need to get back to our roots again. We are the ones who invented that genre, not Caucasians, but that's what she was just trying to bring to the forefront. She knew that the album she probably wasn't expecting for it to be one of her biggest hits. She was expecting for it to break the mold. So I don't think she was really expecting a Grammy. I think she was shocked that she was even nominated, to be honest. But she went, she didn't want to be ungrateful. And wasn't nothing else to do. So anyway, then you have Shakira, who is an Aquarius. You have Weeknd, who's an Aquarius. You have Alicia Keys, who's an Aquarius. Okay? And then you have Leo, Jennifer Lopez. I'm telling you, it was literally a battle of the old age and the new age. You had the old age desperately trying to stay, irrelevant. They want to stay relevant, want to continue being praised, idolized, because that's basically what the Pisces age is, to be idolized, spirituality, false hope, faith, all that stuff. So that's literally what the age is. But then all these people, especially Aquarius, they had a lot in common. She gave insight of DEI. Aquarius always going to try to feed your brain. She said DEI is a good thing. People were confused. It is a good thing. Shakira, she did a great performance, and she gave shout out to her immigrants who were being harassed by the ICE agents. That's what Aquarius are humanitarians. They're teachers. We're teachers. We like to tell you the truth. We like to help the country. We like to help the people. That's what Aquarius do. That's what these two did. They are Aquarius to the core. Leos are also humanitarians, some of them, depending on what month they were born in. But they more so idolize themselves. They want to be idolized. Because they are the shit, and the spotlight should always be on them. Anyway, so move right along here. And then, meanwhile, you have people saying that Beyonce Grammy was paid for from her very powerful husband, Jay-Z, especially after he complained last year of her not winning. Okay, that could definitely be a possibility. I won't even put it past Jay-Z to do that. Actually, this is right up his alley to do something like that, actually. And I'm going to read verbatim from the post I posted on KISHA'S Gossip. I said this. I said, I'm truly happy for Beyonce. This is a groundbreaking moment for country music. She is the first black woman to win an award in a genre that was originally pioneered by black artists. This is undeniably historic. However, the award seemed paid and rigged. It was my first thought. That was my first thought when I heard she won. Kendrick Lamar and Beyonce are both under the influence of Jay-Z. So that's not an inconvenience or a convenient. Then during Lamar Peak's success, the views of Will Smith videos declined, if you haven't noticed that. Will Smith is a great rapper. He's a great artist. He's creative as fuck. He don't curse. He don't go talking about his sexual activities or whatever. He's a dope rapper. But during the peak of Kendrick Lamar's success, views of Will Smith videos declined tremendously. It is well known that Jay-Z has connections at YouTube headquarters, and he also has cyber experts on his team on call just in case he needs to blacklist and fuck with people's views. He also possessed the financial resources, capabilities, and influence to blacklist, and it is uncertain what other nefarious actions he will take against your platforms and reputation, which I'm sure he has done to mine. He is more cunning and calculating than Diddy. Jay-Z needs to be stopped. However, I am striving to maintain a neutral stance and avoid scandals and avoid being scandalous. However, Beyonce and Jay-Z reactions, however, to this award is, I don't know, it's something different. Beyonce looked legitimately like shocked that she won. And you got Jay-Z saying, oh, Jay-Z looked more like an actor, like he's acting more so than Beyonce. Beyonce looked like she literally was not expecting it. Like it was definitely unexpected. Jay-Z looked like he was acting. You know, like, oh, you know, like for real. But there's something else that I want you guys to take a look at. I don't know if I have the video or not. It's the reaction Beyonce gave to Jay-Z when she won the Album of the Year. I don't know if I have that video, but if I do have it, I'll show it to you. But if I don't have it, I'll post it and let you guys see the reaction. Okay? But what is crazy that I think is karma is who presented the awards to Shakira and Beyonce. It was a slap in the face. Grammys were being shady as fuck, man. I loved it. I'm not going to lie. I loved it. I was like, karma's a bitch. What a way to end the Pisces age, right? Let me quit. Anyway, but let me show you the video here.
Cowboy Carter.
So look, JC did not look shocked. Why are they dressing Blue Ivy like she's a teenager? This girl is barely 13. They're dressing her like a grown ass one with them lip. She looking too old. I don't like the way they dressing her. That's not good. They need to stop that. Stop making that girl grow up before her time. Not especially in Hollywood. They need to stop that.
Cowboy Carter.
So look at this.
Beyonce.
You saw that? You guys see that? Look. Pay attention. Look. Watch this. Watch the look that she gave Jay-Z. Watch this. See? You saw that look? Did you see that look? She gave Jay-Z like, you did this. You did this. I guarantee you, if she won, Beyonce had nothing to do with it. If she won legitimately, that's great. But if she won because Jay-Z pulled some strings, which he is known to do, he's very powerful. She had nothing to do with him doing this for her. One thing I can say about Beyonce, she liked to earn her keep. She liked to earn her awards. She don't know what her people do behind scenes in terms of whatever crap they do. She don't be telling them to do that shit. She was taught by her father to work her ass off of what she need to get. Not pull strings and get it the easier way. The girl worked her ass off, man. So look at this look. You see that? She gave Jay-Z that look like, what did you do? I mean, seriously. Let's watch that again.
Beyonce.
Interesting is great. She's wrong.
I just feel very full and very honored. It's been many, many years. And I just want to thank the Grammys, every songwriter, every collaborator, every producer, all of the hard work. I want to dedicate this to Miss Martell, and I hope we just keep pushing forward, opening doors. God bless y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Do she deserve it? Yes, she deserves it. Although I think she should have got it for the Lemonade album, to be honest. I think the Lemonade album would be the perfect album for her to get the award. I mean, that she should have got it for the Lemonade. Does she deserve this award? Yeah, she deserved it a couple times. A few times, actually. But I'm glad that she won it for this iconic thing. This is historic. This is great to break in the mold of the so white, polluted genre that was once started by Negro. It's great for her to break that mold. So this is historic. I'm happy for her. I may even go to one of her concerts. I may go to concerts. I'm an empath, so being around a group of people will drive me nuts. But we'll see how I'm feeling around that time. So congratulations to her. Although I'm sure she wondering how she won it, considering the reviews she got for that album. So I'm sure she's wondering. But I'm happy for her. This is a beautiful historic moment. But I do think Jay-Z had some pulls on getting her this award. Or maybe the industry did it because it was Black History Month. Maybe they did it in honor of that. I mean, the questions are going to be endless and there are not going to be any definite answers. Just a bunch of assumptions. So in turns, congratulations to Beyonce. She deserves it. She really do. Okay. Now. Moving right along here. I do have some other footage. This one was actually copied from Jaleel White, who I love, by the way. I wish he wasn't married to his wife, because if I was single, I would definitely get at him. But anyway, let me quit. But he's a very talented young man. I think he created this. I'm not sure, but this is hilarious. Check this out, y'all. It's freaking crazy. It's crazy. It's so fucking funny.
Cowboy Carter.
Look.
I really was not expecting that.
He is crazy. I don't know if he created that himself, but that was fucking crazy. That was hilarious.
You know how we waited for this moment. We waited for. I am so good. Congratulations. This is a moment, I think, that you see people clapping in the media room. You saw the reaction out there. What does this mean to you?
It's very surreal. And it's been 25 years of just working really hard and trying my best to keep growing and keep opening up doors. So I'm just very honored, very honored.
Congratulations. And take this as well.
My daughter got to see that.
You know, it was great that she was there with you and you took her up on stage. She's so grown though now. She is so grown.
Taller than me. I don't like it at all.
I mean,
so happy that she was here. And Rumi, who's on the album, my youngest daughter, she was watching. I forgot to thank her, so I get to thank her now. Thank you, Rumi.
And can I also say you did so much for so many country artists like Rhiannon Giddens and other folks who you hear them talk about. I saw her cry on CBS talking about the opportunity, that banjo lick and how it changed everything.
Oh yeah, banjo created by Negro people.
Well, the banjo has a deep history, and I just feel honored to reintroduce some of that history that I think has been lost, and very, very honored that I got the response and the open heart, and people welcomed the album. The love I got from the country community tonight really made me feel so seen, and I'm very grateful. And they continue to open up the world for people that just love and respect the genre, no matter where they come from. Everybody should be invited. So
that was well said. And first of all, her dress is beautiful. I am not liking the hair, Beyonce. Look, enough with the hair, woman. No more hair like this. No more hair. What time is it? Oh, goodness. It's my lunch been over like 30 minutes ago. Oh my gosh. Anyway, the hair, seriously, the hair color. I know, just no. If she gonna go back to her roots, we need to go back to our roots, like our real hair color. Go back to your roots, like all the way back to your roots. All the way back to your roots. Like black, dark brown, whatever hell color your hair is. Go all the way back to the roots. Other than that, dress is beautiful. She always have nice little award show dresses and outfits. I always love the way she dresses at these award shows, so I'm not really concerned about that. But that dress is nice. Then again, that's my favorite color anyway, so. Anyway, moving right along here. Okay, we're going to get into the scandal with Kanye West and Bianca Censori. Kanye West was seen with Bianca butt naked on the red carpet, and then there was rumor they were escorted out. But Kanye, excuse me, but Kanye denied it, saying they weren't. Okay? They should have been. I would have kicked their asses out coming in my damn awards program butt ass naked. He would have been kicked out along with his little sex kitten. They both of their asses been kicked the fuck out. So I don't know what is going on with that, but they both should have been kicked out. But he said they weren't, and he blamed Don Lemon to that rumor, and Don Lemon said he didn't even start the rumor. Take listen to this. Here are some videos. Nope, we're not doing that. She just gonna get butt naked, and we're not gonna watch that. Nope, not doing that. So she just get butt naked on the red carpet because she got some fucking issues and they're an embarrassment to our people. And this is them at the after party, bumping and grinding and being nasty. You know, I'm just gonna say this. If you guys want to know what's really going on with Kanye West, I've been married to a Gemini for a very long time. I've known a Gemini for a very long time. Geminis deal with broken hearts, I should have said, in different ways. Okay? Especially if they give their heart and soul to the person, life. They fall in love very deeply. I mean, they fall in love so deeply, you literally dominate the space in their brains. They'll give you anything you want. Anything you want. The sky is the limit. Seriously. If you can capture their heart like that. They're very giving people. You break their heart, they will be in mourning and in grieving and rebellious mode for years. And they do stupid shit. And this will carry on for a long time until they get it all out of their system. But you have to go through it. Kanye West is not going. If your video is blinking, that is not the live feed. That is literally the slideshow doing that. The slideshow, the graphics I have for this, that's doing that. Not your phone. It's not the slideshow live feed. It's just the graphics. It blinks. So it's nothing wrong with your phone or the live feed is what my graphics are doing. So the slideshow blinks like that. That I have for this video. For this particular software that I'm using. So it's not your phone or the live feed. It's just what I'm using. So anyway, so they were grieved for a long time, and they will seriously do rebellious and stupid things for a long time until they get out of their system. But you have to go through it. Kanye West is substituting it. He's being distracted. He gets someone who looks like Kim Kardashian, who has a body like Kim Kardashian, but more controllable and more sexual perverse, and someone who he can just exploit the fuck out of. Something he wanted to do with Kim Kardashian, but Kim Kardashian like, I'm not your fool, I'm not doing that shit. So this is what he's doing. And this girl is naive enough to let this happen because she's in her naive years to be manipulated by this 40-something-year-old man. So therefore, this will end badly. Because Geminis are crazy. Not all Geminis, but they're fucking crazy. They're intelligent as hell, smart as hell, very talented, but they're fucking nuts. Seriously. They're fucking crazy. Alright? So, this is what he's doing. He still is not over Kim Kardashian and using this girl as a huge distraction by embarrassing the fuck out of her. He's posting butt-naked pictures to piss off Kim Kardashian, who don't care. And to just... He's not thinking right now. They get their heart broken. They can't think anymore. They just, I don't know. It's like something happened with their senses, their common sense. They become so crazy and just detached from reality and get into this endless rebellious mode. That's literally what Geminis are. I'm gonna be freaking real. Seriously. That's literally what they do. Now, here is the scandal between Kanye West and Don Lemon. Because remember, Kanye West blamed Don Lemon for starting the rumor of him and Bianca Censori, his wife, being escorted off the red carpet. This is what Don Lemon had to say about that.
Don Lemon responds with indignation to Kanye West's accusations, making it clear that he did not start the rumor about Kanye being kicked out of the Grammys, but instead corrected the information after being asked by the rapper's own team. He criticizes Kanye for attacking him unfairly, and, most notably, for using the offensive term coon, a historically charged word used to delegitimize black individuals, perceived as aligned with conservative ideals. Lemon not only refutes the accusations, but also mocks Kanye's political stance.
First of all, Kanye, Ye, whatever your name is, I did not start a rumor about you being kicked out of the Grammys. I actually corrected it. I saw someone on your team who asked me to correct it because it had been reported everywhere. So, first of all, get your shit straight. And you, of all people, calling me a coon? Negro, that Make America Great Again hat must be too tight on your head.
Much of this love, Don Lemon. I hate that fact that he's gay, though. But, you know, he's hilarious. Alright, let's move on here. As you know, it was reported that Sean Diddy Combs was taken to the hospital from jail late on the night of Thursday, January 30th, according to a New York Post report. Combs, who is currently in custody at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, as he awaits trial on federal sex crimes charges, was brought to the hospital so he could get an MRI on his knee. Post reported, citing a source. Yeah. Here's the thing. It seems that he was taken to the Brooklyn hospital around 10 p.m., but he did not spend the night at the hospital following the MRI. The source told the Post that Combs' knee was bothering him. He claimed that it's been bothering him since he ran his marathon back in 2003. Bullshit. We haven't heard anything about this fucking knee until now. He is trying to get out of the jail cell so he can get a nice little comfortable bed and get waiting on hand and foot, or it could be a ploy for him to escape. Bullshit. And I ain't get into the nice little anecdotes and comments and jokes that I can say about why his knee is bothering him. I'm going to go ahead and leave those jokes to myself and let you guys do as you wish. I bet his knees do hurt in jail. Let me quit. Oh, gosh. Hilarious. I can go on about that, man. That's literally open-ended for so many insults. Okay. Let's talk about brain food here. The synchronicities of the number 33. There have been several synchronicities in the number 33. Lately, for example, American Airlines Flight 5342 collided with an Army Black Hawk helicopter. Remember the name Black Hawk. Notate the name Black Hawk. that exploded and the fury impacted as it approached Ronald Reagan National Airport on January 29, 2025. Now, the plane made its approach to runway 33. Now, remember the number 33. So, remember Black Hawk and the number 33. Okay? Then an orange fireball lit up the horizon when the military chopper collided. They don't know where that fireball came from. Okay? It just came out of nowhere. Okay? They collided with the regional jet Flight 5342, a PSA Airlines Bombardier CRJ 700 regional jet operating for the airlines was on final approach after its 2.5-hour flight from Wichita, Kansas. There were 60 passengers and 4 crew aboard the flight. American Airlines confirmed to the Post of this information. Now, the plane split in two, lying in approximately 7 feet of water. The American Airlines flight collided with a Black Hawk. Remember, you have runway 33 and the Black Hawk. Remember those names. Runway 33, number 33, and Black Hawk. Remember that, okay? That's important. Now, here's another convenient time. Remember I was talking about the Grammys. It was a historical moment, especially with the wins of the highest honor awards, such as the Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Album of the Year. That was won by Negro/Black artists for the first time again in 33 years. There's our number 33 again. Also, take a look at the lineup of people that night. It was flooded with the old age versus the new age, which I spoke about earlier. Okay? It was literally flooded. Weekend is Aquarius. She's an Aquarius. She's an Aquarius. Okay? And then we have old age here, which is Gemini, Virgo. So it was literally, he's a Pisces. So it was literally a battle of the old age versus the new age. She was bringing insight and information. She was bringing humanitarian work as normal Aquarius does. Now here are the synchronicity, I can't even see the synchronicities and messages within these headlines. Now, you see, the number 33 is a very powerful number. It has a lot of significance in various fields. For instance, in numerology, it's master number associated with healing, compassion, and spiritual lifting. So if you see number 33, that's what it pretty much is giving you a reminder of. In the numerology standpoint, it means compassion, spiritual uplifting. It's trying to uplift you. Now, in a religion aspect, which I'm sure some of my viewers are, the number 33 appears frequently like Christianity, where Jesus performed 33 miracles, in the age he was allegedly crucified. It also symbolized divine protection and perfection, okay? Which means you are being protected by your angels, your guardians, or whatever. It also has significant importance being the atomic number, and this is something bad, but you guys should probably know this, the atomic number of arsenic. It is a number that pops up with the meaning of a lot of contexts. I can go on with the number 33. Okay, this is why Masons only go up to 33, because they said that was the age where Jesus was crucified. So there is no age, there's nothing above that age. So they just go to 33-degree Mason. That's why they compare it to the Jesus crucifixion. That's what they do. At least that's what they told me. You know, correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but that's what they tell me. Now, the number 33, how does it relate to Zodiacs? As I say, Pisces, here's the crazy part. Pisces resonates with the number 33 because Pisces being the 12th sign of the Zodiac, but it's the second to the last in terms of astrological ages, which lasts about 2,160 years. So let me say that again. Pisces resonates with the number 33 because it being the 12th sign of the Zodiac, but it's the second to the last in terms of the astrological ages. So the age of Aquarius is second to the last next to Cancer. Capricorn is the last in terms of astrological ages. Astrological age, I'm sorry about that. In terms of astrological ages, it's the second to the last. But in terms of the zodiac signs, it's the final sign. It's the end, the 12th sign of the zodiac. Now, this is why it compares to the number 33. You see, Pisces embodies traits like compassion, selflessness, and spiritual awareness, which align with the spiritual and healing aspects often linked to the number 33. Remember I told you the age of Pisces embodies selflessness, spiritual awareness, like, you know, spiritual idolatry. It's always spiritual and all this stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's not pure spiritual. It's whatever spiritual that the Christianity church teach you, and healing aspects in terms of that aspect. That's what the number 33, and that's why it relates to Pisces. Okay. As I said, the number 33 has been popping up everywhere, but in symbolic comparison to current events, the number 33 was a name, remember, of the plane runway, of the plane that collided with the Black Hawk. So we have the runway, the runway 33, and then you have the Hawk. And guess what? The Hawk has several traits with Aries, but it also has several. Explain Aries first. Okay. Aries, yes, but it also has traits of vision, power, intuition, and align closely with Scorpios too. So even though it has traits with Aries, because it's a Hawk also have a close alignment with Scorpios, which is one of the 4 signs within the coming of the new age. Remember, it's Aquarius, Leo, and Scorpio, and Taurus. Scorpios are known for their intensity, determination, and keen insights. Much like the Hawk's sharp vision and focus, there's depth and mystery, which makes the sign so intriguing. So again, the Hawk aligns with Scorpio, which is the new age, which conveniently collided with this plane 5342 on runway 33. So you have literally the new age and the old age that literally collided after this burst of orange spark came from the ocean, the water, or whatever that was. The river. Even though Aquarius is air, but it's the water barrier. How freaking crazy is that? Over the water, you have this explosion, the Hawk, which represents Scorpio, and runway 33, which represents Pisces, that collided. No, I'm sorry, runway 33, yeah, that's right. That collided with one another above water, in the air. Do I need to go on with what the fuck is going on? We're going to see a lot of clashing right now. We're going to see the new age fighting with Trump. People that represent the new age are going to be battling with Trump. And you have the desperately the old age keep trying to keep everything the same, or matter of fact, take that shit back 60 years. That's what you're going to have in the media right now. So now that you have this information, you have the number 33, which has many spiritual meanings, but it's definitely a Pisces number. And the Hawk is a Scorpio bird. Well, Hawk is like a Scorpio bird. It's like it has the same elements and attributes of a hawk, if that makes sense. So it's definitely a Scorpio bird, so to speak, and Aries. Okay, as you can see here, Scorpio traits are associated with the hawk, which represents intense eyes and hawk-like gaze and smooth movements. Other animals that symbolize Scorpio traits include the eagle, the snake, the phoenix, and the lizard. Remember? These animals reflect Scorpio loyalty, intuition, protection, transformation, mystery, and wisdom, which is what the hawk pretty much represents. Okay? Oh, yeah. I'm not done yet. And then you have these two elements, as I said many times before, will continue to clash in this eclipse with the transition of the age of Aquarius and Pisces. Like you saw at the Grammys, with the top categories being won all by Black/Negro artists within Black History Month, which could be a convenient or not a convenient awards that has been won by all, again, that has not been won, I should have said, by any Black/Negro people in 33 years. So it happened this 33 year. Why this year? We had how many Black History Months? But conveniently, it happened this year. Again, we will continue to witness more and more of these kinds of situations. The conflict between the old and the new eras will only intensify. The conflict between the next generation, which wants something new, more technical and heavily involved in humanitarian activities, and the older generation, which wants things to remain the same and maybe go back 50, 60 years. As I said, within every transition, there's always a battle and bloodshed. But it will happen by any means necessary. The new age will come by any means necessary. So if there's going to be bloodshed, there's going to be bloodshed, unfortunately. You can't stop it. But it's already been kind of planned out. Trump has already laid the path for mass destruction and wars and stuff. Unfortunately, I pray that he can be stopped. So all I can say is keep praying, you guys, and hope that he stopped. So you have the battle between you had a battle between Aquarius and Pisces. You had a battle between the old age and the new age. Aquarius is by innovative technology, open-mindedness, thinking outside the box. So a lot of people are not really okay with that transition. They want desperately to hold on to old beliefs and male dominancy. They don't want diversity, They don't want that at all. They want it to be solely male dominant back in the old days. But the transition going to happen where they wanted it now. Like I said in several videos before, we can either do it nice or we can do it by force. Take your pick. That's it. Thanks for staying throughout the duration of this video. I already stayed seriously over my time. I should have been back a long time ago. But thanks for staying throughout the duration of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my live show. Talk to you guys in about a week or so. Bye.